Howdy folks, today we're looking at the Gemini Deception trailer for Star Wars The Old Republic, Knights of the Fallen Empire. So, as you can see on the trailer, there's definitely some differences between this and Mandalore's Revenge. I want to briefly note the color palette and setting change. The last chapter was on Darvanis, so I actually think this is a good switch to move into space on spaceships and kind of get that dark, black, blue kind of color palette going out. It's been a while since we've actually done anything with the Outlander in space. So many things have happened on Zakul as a planet that I'm really excited to just get back out into the stars and put the star back in Star Wars. Also, you should note too that the character, the Jedi Knight, the Outlander in these videos, the devs always use a Jedi Knight, in a Guardian for all their videos as kind of the representative of the Outlander. And up to this point, he's actually worn armor set that was like the default level 60 starter Jedi Guardian armor, and he's had a very consistent look. This is the first video I've noticed that he's actually changed his armor to the Zakulian Knight Captain outfit that came out with the last pack, and he's now sporting a beard. I don't know if that was really just, some aesthetics on the devs' part as they were making these videos, or if there's some deeper significance there, but it is just something I wanted to point out. Also, too, I think the title of this chapter is going to be extremely telling. The Gemini Deception already just lends itself to believe that there's going to be more to this than meets the eye. So Gemini, the droid that we captured at the end of Mandalore's Revenge, I really think that at some point, there's no science like mad science. I really feel like this droid is going to get loose, get out, and now it's going to be up to you, the player character, and Scorpio to go ahead and stop it. I'm hoping along the way we get some more information about where Scorpio comes from. My personal theory, and I'm putting this out there on the record, my personal theory is that Scorpio is one of a line of droids made by a previous civilization, and that the Gemini droids are the same thing. They're from the same civilization, and that the ships that they're flying in and the droid models themselves that were previously used by a previous civilization were discovered by the Emperor and then used. Kind of like the way Revan used the old Rakata tech in Knights of the Old Republic. So that's kind of my own personal little fan theory about that, and hopefully in this next chapter we'll kind of get some answers about who Scorpio is in relation to Gemini and where that goes. I don't necessarily trust what Scorpio said in Chapter 14 about the Gemini droids being a copy of her, because, well, let's just face it, they had those Gemini droids in place on the Zakulian ships at the start of Knights of the Fallen Empire, and at that time, Scorpio as a droid would have been a part of the Agent's crew and had just been found on Belsavis. There would have been no time for them to actually copy those droids and put them in charge of all those ships. Now, the other argument is that obviously, what if those droids were copied in the interim while you were in, Carbonite, and then they were put into those ships, because we never actually see what those droids, who's piloting those ships until a later chapter. So, either one's possible. You know now what my fan theory is, and hopefully we'll see how that plays out in the next chapter. Also, I want to mention, too, that if you're looking in this trailer, you're going to see that it also looks like Theron Shan, Lana Beniko are making their return. Senya is going to be back front and center. So it looks like they're kind of getting away from reintroducing other companions into the plot line. It looks like they're sticking just to the ones that are part of your alliance at this point, which kind of has me upset. I can admit, guys, I'm really waiting for the day that Nadia, Kira, Ashara Zavros, Alara Dorn, I want to see those companions again. I definitely want to see the Republic ones way more front and center than they have been up to this point. So far, all the reintroduced characters, companion-wise, are pretty much all Imperial, with the exception of maybe Jorgen and T7, and that's it. So I'm really kind of excited to see what happens after this next chapter, the Gemini Deception, and see if we finally maybe start getting some Republic tunes. Anyway, guys, that's it. That's all I got for right now. Go ahead and like this video if you enjoy what we're talking about, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see what comes out next. And feel free to throw in your own thoughts and comments in the comment area below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say, and I'd love to get some conversations going about your own theories about what we are going to see in these upcoming chapters. Because don't forget, after this, near the end of summer, we're getting an HK chapter, and I'm dying to see what we can do as HK. Alright guys, until then, I'll see you next time.